Hey, how's it going, everybody? Brad Thomas here, about to give you my top 10 films of 2014. These are the movies that I enjoyed the most. Not necessarily that I thought were the best, but the films that gave me the best movie-going experience of 2014. But I'll start off with a few honorable mentions here. Some honorable mentions include Big Hero 6, which was probably my favorite animated movie of the year. It was a fun time. It was Disney. They're on a roll right now. Another one would be Birdman. That's probably going to win Best Picture in my opinion, either that or Boyhood. So that I really enjoyed that. Just stylistically, it looked great. Everything looked like it was one shot. It really appealed to me as a film student. Also on my list, Fury, one of the best war movies I've seen in a while. I know some people had problems with it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And the last three honorable mentions, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which is a great sequel, even better than the first one in my opinion. It's up the ante, and I'm looking forward to the third one. The next one would be Boyhood, a movie made over 12 years. It just takes a lot to do that. Richard Linklater stepped up his game. I mean, he's always put together good films, but this one, just over 12 years, you got to see those actors grow in their roles, and it was just a wonderful thing to watch. And another one that I'm surprised didn't make my top 10 was Nightcrawler. Jake Gyllenhaal gives a performance of a lifetime. Probably his best work he's ever done. Number 10 is going to be Gone Girl, based on the novel by Gillian Flynn. I've actually read the novel beforehand, and the movie stuck pretty much to it. I mean, they cut out a couple things, but nothing that took away from the movie at all. It was just, I wanted to watch it with people who hadn't read the book, so I could, I knew everything that was going to happen and all the twists and turns and stuff, so I wanted to live that experience through other people. And it did not disappoint. I mean, David Fincher is a genius, so that'll be number 10. Number 9 is going to be another film starring Jake Gyllenhaal, which is Enemy, and it's directed by the person who directed Prisoners, which also starred Jake Gyllenhaal last year, and that was one of my favorite movies. And it's just an astounding movie with so much symbolism. I mean, I had to look online to see actually what everything meant in it, and I appreciate the movie just so much more. And probably not a whole lot of you have actually seen Enemy. It's really underrated for this year, and I recommend anyone out there to watch this movie. It's so good. Number 8 is my only comedy on this film, and I think it was best comedy of the year in my opinion, which was 22 Jump Street. I just thought it was hilarious. So many inside jokes. They're winking at themselves the entire time, saying, hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We've already done this all. And it just worked in their favor. It's one of those rare sequels that I thought were, especially comedy sequels, that are better than the original. I can't wait. There's rumors of a third one. I mean, I don't need it, but if everyone's back on board, if the same directors are back, and Lord Miller, I'm excited. Number 7 is X-Men Days of Future Past. I'm surprised that it's actually so low on this list. I was expecting this to be up in the top 3. That's just how good of a year we had this year in 2014 for movies. I mean, X-Men Days of Future Past did everything. They righted all the wrongs of the other thing, reset the whole timeline, and it's great. And it's just, get both casts in there, the best of both worlds. Bryan Singer was back. I mean, I can go on and on and on about this movie. It's just so good. I've seen it like 3 times in theaters and watch it again. Number 6 is Interstellar. I loved Interstellar. I know some people were mixed on it. I understood most of the movie. I've only watched it once. I need to watch it again. It's such a long movie, but I mean, I didn't feel like it was slow at any part. I was engaged the entire time. It's a fascinating movie, and Christopher Nolan can do no wrong. I'm looking forward to whatever he does next. Number 5 is Imitation Game, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, based on the true story of the World War II German coding thing, Enigma, and trying to crack it. Alex Turing, I think his name was, and it was one of the best biopics I've seen in a long time. Cumberbatch kills it in the role. Keira Knightley's great. Everyone in that movie is just great. I was engaged the whole time. I mean, I'm sure there's some historical inaccuracies, like some of the relationships, but the way that it put together, it just pulled you in, showing him as a child, showing the way it's structured. You have the beginning of its life as a kid, you have like in school, and then you have him after it all happened, and during, and flips between those two, and I can tell there's like a little bit of color shift between them, so you can distinguish it all, and it's well put together. And I can see why it won Toronto International Film Festival, and one of the best movies this year. Number 4 is probably the most fun I had in the theater this entire year, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy. The soundtrack alone is just fun. The witty dialogue is great. Batista, the wrestler, kills it as Drax. And Bradley Cooper, awesome as the voice of Rocket Raccoon. Chris Pratt is an A-lister now. It's pretty much a given. He's going to be in Jurassic World next year, and it was the most fun I had in theater all year long, and I could go and watch this over and over and over again. It's that good. Now, into my top 3, and this was a tough top 3 to sort out. This one was up near the top of my list for a long time, and that was Captain America: The Winter Soldier. It was a political thriller superhero film. I mean, I didn't feel like it was a superhero film. Anyone can enjoy this. People who like just thrillers and espionage stuff will love this movie, regardless of if you're a superhero fan or not. Marvel's now starting to bring in all these A-list actors such as Robert Redford into their movies, and it's upping that acting chops, and it's giving it more credibility to the superhero genre. It's not just a niche genre anymore. It's in the limelight, as we all know now. And Captain Winter Soldier just upped it. I think it was probably one of the best Marvel movies I've seen. I think it's better than the Avengers in my opinion. That's a debatable thing to say, but in my opinion, best Marvel movie. Now, number 2, I don't know if I'm cheating on this one for number 2, because it kind of came out in 2013, but came out in North America in 2014, so I'm counting it in 2014, is Snowpiercer. This post-apocalyptic train ride, essentially, is one of the best movies I've seen all year. The ending alone was great. I mean, some people are mixed on the ending of this movie. I recommend it to everyone. It probably didn't make a lot of money. It was supposed to have a wide release over in North America, but never ended up happening because of some issues with the director not wanting to cut out some film, and I think it was the Weinstein Company wanting to cut out some bits. But overall, it's just an amazing movie. Back-to-back Chris Evans movies actually here, but Chris Evans is great in it. The whole cast is great. It's really dark at times, but one of those movies that I could watch again and again. It's that good. And now for my number 1 movie of the year, Whiplash, starring Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons. My God. Going out of the movie, I've only watched it the one time, and going out of the movie, I really like that movie, and basically just thinking about it over and over again is what got this to the top of my list. I'll forget about other movies and stuff like that, and as much as I love Captain America, like I'll whatever, months go on and I'll forget about Captain America for a bit. Whiplash, it's just always in the back of my mind. It's just one of those movies that keeps you thinking about it, and it's that good. The performances alone, Miles Teller he's going to be an A-lister. It's a different type of role for him, not just the player type as he is in most movies. J.K. Simmons is going to win Best Supporting Actor. No doubt about it. I mean, Edward Norton might give him a run for his money in Birdman, but J.K. Simmons got it in the bag. The way he goes off, you almost want to laugh because of the comments he makes in this movie, but at the same time, it's like, holy shit, this guy, man, it's kind of crazy. Miles Teller has played the drums in the past, but he had to learn how to do jazz drumming and stuff like that, and most of this stuff is him playing it. He's just giving her. Most of these performances are done by Miles Teller himself, and he just gives it his all. Overlooked for sure. I mean, J.K. Simmons steals it, but Miles Teller's great in this movie, and he's just overshadowed, and this just makes me that much more excited for the Fantastic Four coming next year with Miles Teller as Mr. Fantastic. So those are my top 10 movies of 2014. Let me know in the comments what you think the top 10 movies are of 2014. If there's any ones I missed that I may have overlooked, or if there's any ones that you disagree with, let me know. We don't need to get in an argument about it, but just everyone has different opinions. Film's subjective, so love to hear you guys' thoughts on this. I'm going to be starting to make a whole lot more film videos, reviews, TV show stuff in this new year. That is one of my goals to do. So subscribe if you want to hear any more of my opinions on reviews, movies I see, TV shows I watch. So yeah, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It helps out a lot. And coming up later this week, I'm probably going to do my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2015, as well as any other movies I see and decide I want to review. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys later.